Once upon a time, in a snowy land far, far away, there was a secret village known only to the most important figure of Christmas, Santa Claus. However, not just one Santa, but a league of Santas. Each Santa was responsible for different parts of the world, working in harmony to deliver joy during Christmas. They all looked alike, with jolly red suits and white beards, yet each Santa had a unique specialty. One winter morning, as the first snowflakes fell, the Santas gathered for their annual meeting, preparing for Christmas Eve. But this year, something was different. A prophecy in the ancient Book of Joy foretold the arrival of a mysterious figure, a girl with a magical beard who would help save Christmas. Suddenly, out of the swirling snow appeared a young girl named Lila. She wore a bright turquoise coat and boots, her face partially hidden behind a thick, bushy, magical beard. The Santas were taken aback. How could a young girl, and one with a beard no less, help them? "She's the chosen one," said Santa North, the oldest of the group, his eyes wide with amazement. Lila was no ordinary girl. Her beard had mysterious powers that could unlock new ways to bring joy to people around the world. Yet Lila herself had no idea how to use it, and time was running short. Christmas Eve was just days away. Determined to save the holiday, the League of Santas, with Lila at the lead, embarked on a whirlwind adventure across different magical lands. They traveled through the enchanted ice forest, where Lila's beard glowed with warmth, helping them melt through walls of ice. They crossed the Great Gift Canyon, where the Santa's sleighs filled with presents grew heavier, but Lila's beard made them light as a feather. And finally, they reached the top of Mount Evercheer, where the source of all Christmas magic flowed. But there was a problem. The magic at the mountaintop had become unstable, threatening to plunge the world into eternal winter. Only Lila, with her magical beard, could stabilize it. With the help of the Santas, she harnessed the power of her beard, bringing balance to the magic, saving not just Christmas, but the entire world. From that day on, Lila became an honorary Santa known as Beard of Joy, and every Christmas she would join the League of Santas, helping to spread joy and magic across the globe. As Christmas came and went, Lila found herself thinking about the adventures she had with the League of Santas. Each Santa had his own unique strength. Santa South could charm animals, Santa East could summon snowstorms, and Santa West had the speed of 1,000 reindeer. But all of them still wondered about the full extent of Lila's powers. Could her magical beard do more than just save Christmas? Winter turned to spring, but the Santas couldn't shake the feeling that something was left unresolved. One evening, as they gathered around the massive fire pit in their snowy village, Santa North spoke up. "We've used Lila's powers to balance the magic of Christmas, but there's something more to her. The Book of Joy speaks of an even greater adventure." Before they could discuss it further, the sky darkened, and a strange wind began to blow. It swirled the snow into shapes, trees, stars, and then letters. The snow formed words in the air. Help! The heart of winter is lost. The Santas knew instantly that their mission wasn't over. The heart of winter was the core of all magical holiday energy, kept safe in the northernmost cave, but it had mysteriously disappeared. Without it, not just Christmas, but all winter celebrations across the world would cease to exist. They immediately sent word to Lila, and within hours, she was back in her signature turquoise coat and boots, her magical beard now longer and more radiant than ever. It seemed to have grown with her, as if it too was evolving. "We need to find the heart of winter," Santa North said gravely. "Only your beard can track it." This time, their journey took them into the frozen abyss, a dark and treacherous place where no Santa had ever dared to go. With the League of Santas and Lila leading the way, they ventured into the unknown, following the glowing strands of her beard like a compass, guiding them through the icy wilderness. As they delved deeper, they encountered strange creatures, snow wolves, ice giants, and even mischievous snow sprites. Each time, Lila's beard emitted a soft, warm light that calmed the creatures or protected them from danger. It was clear now that her beard didn't just hold magic. It was the key to the balance of all winter magic. Finally, at the edge of the frozen abyss, they found the heart of winter, frozen inside a massive block of ice. But something was wrong. The heart was dim, its light fading. Lila knew that her beard had one final power. It could restore life to magic. As she stepped forward, her beard glowed with a brilliant golden light, and with a simple touch, the ice cracked and the heart of winter began to pulse again with vibrant energy. As they returned to the village, the Santas realized that Lila wasn't just an honorary Santa. She was something much more, a guardian of winter magic itself, destined to protect the balance of the seasons. The legend of Lila, the girl with the magical beard, spread far and wide, and every winter children would gather to hear the story of how she saved Christmas and winter itself again and again. As another year passed and the snow returned to the magical village of the Santas, Lila and the League of Santas found themselves once again preparing for the biggest night of the year, Christmas Eve. But this time, something felt different. A sense of unease lingered in the air. Lila's magical beard, usually full of energy and light, had grown dimmer as the days grew shorter. She sensed something powerful approaching, but even the Santas couldn't predict what it was. One evening, as the stars twinkled overhead, Lila had a vision. In it, a figure cloaked in shadow appeared, holding a staff that absorbed light and warmth. This figure, known as the Frost King, had been banished to the ends of the earth long ago. The vision warned her that the Frost King had broken free and was now seeking revenge, planning to freeze the world in eternal winter, ending Christmas and joy forever. Lila awoke with a start and immediately called upon the Santas. The Santas, always ready for a challenge, knew this mission would be their most dangerous yet. With Lila's beard no longer at full strength, they would need to combine their powers and work together in ways they never had before. Armed with their magic and centuries of wisdom, the League of Santas set out on their greatest journey yet, the battle for Christmas. As they traveled toward the Frost King's icy fortress at the top of the world, Lila found herself struggling to maintain her connection to the magic of her beard. She feared that if they faced the Frost King before she was ready, they might fail. But the Santas reassured her. "Your power doesn't come from the beard alone, Lila," said Santa East. "It comes from within. Your spirit is what makes you special, and that can never fade." Inspired by their words, Lila pressed on, determined to face whatever lay ahead. Finally, they reached the Frost King's fortress. The air was bitter cold, and the sky was dark, covered in swirling clouds of snow. As the Santas and Lila entered the frozen palace, the Frost King emerged, tall, menacing, with glowing eyes that seemed to pierce through the cold. "You think you can stop me?" the Frost King bellowed. "Christmas will be nothing but a distant memory when I'm done." The battle that followed was unlike anything Lila had ever seen. The Santas, using their combined powers, summoned snowstorms, conjured gifts that exploded into light, and summoned the help of reindeer, elves, and even snow animals. But the Frost King was powerful. His staff drained their magic, growing stronger with every attack. Lila, feeling her powers slipping, knew there was only one way to defeat him. She had to give all of her magic to reignite the heart of winter that she had saved before. The heart was still with her, pulsating faintly in her hand. With one final burst of courage, Lila channeled all of her energy, and her beard began to glow brighter than ever before. It illuminated the entire fortress, casting the Frost King in blinding light. As Lila poured her strength into the heart of winter, the frost around them began to melt, and the Frost King let out a cry of defeat. "Christmas cannot be stopped," Lila shouted. "As long as there is hope and joy in the hearts of people, your power will never win." The Frost King shattered into ice, disappearing into the snowstorm outside. The Santas rushed to Lila's side, concerned that she had given too much of herself. But to their amazement, Lila stood up stronger than ever. Her beard, though still shimmering, was no longer glowing, but she didn't need it to be. The magic now lived inside her, forever bound to her spirit. Lila had become the true guardian of winter magic. As the Santas and Lila returned to their village, the world rejoiced. Christmas was saved once again, and the Frost King would never threaten the joy of the holidays. Lila had discovered the greatest truth of all. Magic wasn't just something that existed in enchanted objects or ancient powers. It was something that lived in everyone who believed in joy, kindness, and the spirit of giving. Every year after, the Santas and Lila would gather, not just to prepare for Christmas, but to celebrate the love and hope that Lila had brought back to the world.